UCLA is going to get the basketball here. Down one. Anderson thought he was fouled. Where have we seen this before? Well, thanks for asking. It was Thursday against Stanford. Darren Collison blocked by Lawrence Hill. The foul on Hill. Collison hit both of them. UCLA won in overtime. Another dicey call that went the Bruins' way. That gets us back to this Saturday. One more look at Cal's Anderson here. Essentially, he's just mauled, and there's no call. UCLA down one with the ball, and look how it ends. Final ticks. Josh Shipp from behind the backboard on the inbound. Up and over. It's in.
Okay, as you just saw, that was the end of the California UCLA basketball game. And I wanted to make a comment on it, supporting mainly the UCLA Bruins and supporting anybody who really has half a brain and watches college basketball. And I think if anything, this just really showed how East Coast biased ESPN is. First of all, the Russell Westbrook and Ryan Anderson supposed foul. Steve Lavin said anything in a downward hacking motion should be an automatic foul. But last time I checked, if you hack the ball, that's not a foul. And as the ESPN anchor put it, that Ryan Anderson got mauled. Hacking the ball and barely touching his back isn't mauling him. And if anything, that's physical basketball. I mean, you can't expect people to play basketball and not touch him and not. The point is to try to steal the ball. And last time I checked, it's not illegal to steal the ball. So everybody who complains about that definitely wasn't a foul. All right, the second, and to me, the maybe more controversial, and maybe people did have a point, was the fact that the Josh Shipp shot over the basket. Now, first of all, there's no conclusive evidence whatsoever to show that that shot did go over the backboard. I mean, even I've watched it and replayed it 10 times, and I can see either way. There's no conclusive evidence to show either way if it did go over the backboard or not. So, in the call on the court was that it was a basket, so you have to keep it that way. That's the rule. I mean, there's no bias there. There's nothing there. So I think that pretty much sums it up. And also, I had one last comment that for all these ESPN people and all these things about how they've gone over how ESPN win, or how UCLA is pulling out the last two games, Stanford and Cal, on these bogus calls. I don't know if any of you guys watched the Duke North Carolina game tonight, but I watched the majority of it, and to me it looked like two high school basketball teams running around that couldn't make a layup. I mean, at one point in the game, Duke had a 35% field goal. It was shooting 35% from the field, and they were losing by 6, and I think North Carolina was shooting 42% from the field.